everyone, and welcome to City Beat. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Nancy Byrne, and we're in the Chamber Gallery here at City Hall. You know, there's a new exhibit here, and we're going to talk more about that a little bit later. But first, it has been an exciting start to 2019. It was right here at City Hall on January 10th where the State of the City was presented. And the only thing that set this address apart from others is it ended with the beginning of another address by developer Derek Stevens, who invited everybody in the crowd to join him at the Downtown Event Center so he could reveal his latest plans for Fremont Street.
Everyone here is invited. We're going to have a party at the Downtown Las Vegas Event Center.
And with that, hundreds of people who had attended the State of the City address moved from Las Vegas City Hall to the Downtown Las Vegas Event Center. This was a party designed to unveil the plans for the latest project by Derek and Greg Stevens, the first ground-up resort to be built in this area since 1980. To make the announcement, a video was played, paying homage to those who came along long before the Stevens brothers, the pioneers of properties, making Las Vegas what it is today.
In a place that would one day become the entertainment capital of the world. This is a city where the pioneers set the stage. Men who saw a future far beyond the frontier gambling halls. Today, channeling the spirit of those legendary pioneers of the past, we're taking their vision beyond all they've done before and going all in.
Derek Stevens says the new property, to be called Circa Resort and Casino, will combine the nostalgia of old Las Vegas with everything that is new and exciting about our city and our world.
Circa's been designed to be an attraction that's the conduit between the Las Vegas of yesterday and the Las Vegas of tomorrow. For an example, you'll see Vegas Vicky in her full grandeur inside Circa, right after getting dropped off at Garage Mahal, the first transportation hub that's been fully designed with ride sharing, fully integrated into a new hotel casino resort.
The 777-room resort will also include the Garage Mahal with more than 1,200 parking spaces, a series of restaurants, the longest outdoor bar on Fremont, a 2-story casino, the largest sports book in Las Vegas, and a rooftop attraction that will include 6 swimming pools. At the end of the night's celebration, the sign was revealed that will grace this new property.
3, 2, 1.
Circa is slated to open December of 2020, continuing to reinvigorate the ever-changing and improving downtown Las Vegas.
On the day that our doors open, our team will be ready to stand, ready with a bold enthusiasm to welcome every guest that comes in, the absolute time of their life. This is Circa Las Vegas.
Well, as you probably know, the Stevens brothers are no strangers to downtown development. The D, the Golden Gate, and the event center where that party was held is all part of their cachet of attractions. Well, each year at the State of the City, the talented crew at Channel 2 and the communications department are asked to put together a video to sort of kick the whole thing off. Well, this year was no different. Melissa Duran and Jesse Harville took the lead on this production, which shows we are more than a city of neon. We're a community.
Hi, in Vegas. We are Vegas.
Congratulations to the entire city staff for another successful State of the City. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, there's a new park being built in the northwest part of our city honoring one of our fallen heroes. We'll take you there when we come back. Congratulations to the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month, Sue Brown. Sue is an administrative officer with Human Resources and has been with the city since 2005. She's the resident expert in budgeting and staffing management for the entire city. Her division is responsible for creating and maintaining all job descriptions at the city and assigning pay grades to those positions. Sue performs cost estimates for all union proposals and wage and salary recommendations. Her expertise in compensation has saved the city taxpayers countless dollars because of her extensive background in research and analysis and her dedication to maintaining a fair and competitive compensation program. All of this ensures the city can hire top-flight employees at a competitive but balanced wage in this area. For her dedication to city staff and residents, we tip our hat to Sue Brown, the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month. Welcome back to City Beat from Las Vegas City Hall. Well, it was a very dark day in our community. It was June 8th, 2014, when two of our dedicated Las Vegas Metro officers were senselessly gunned down while taking a lunch break from their duties. They both left behind family, friends, co-workers, and a community that continues to mourn their loss to this day. But we promised to never forget them. And that promise was etched in stone, dirt, and gravel as we broke ground on the first of two parks to remember them. This 10-acre plot of land on North Sky Canyon Park Drive may not look like much today, but work is currently underway for it to look like this. Within a year, the Officer Alan Beck Memorial Park will be a place where children's laughter and cheers at soccer and lacrosse games will be heard. And hopefully it will help fill the void left when Metro Officer Alan Beck was killed in the line of duty.
I feel honored that the park will be named after my husband, Alan. It's a great honor to him.
At this groundbreaking ceremony in late December, speaker after speaker stepped up to address Nicole Beck and to express gratitude to all law enforcement officers and their families who face the risk of loss every day.
It fills our heart, and truly for those of us that knew Alan and Igor and were there on June 8th, it's a little bit of closure for us. It's a little bit of closure in our hearts to know something that we've always said, which is they will never be forgotten.
Mayor Carolyn Goodman spoke of the day we lost Officer Beck and his partner, Igor Saldo.
That moment was seared in our hearts and souls, and yet it's so wonderful and meaningful to know that out of such a big loss, we're going to have something so magnificent here.
Councilwoman Michelle Fiore fought back tears as she expressed why she felt it was so important to get this park construction moving forward.
I am sad that we lost a wonderful and precious husband and father and officer in our community. But it is fitting that someone who loved youth and children will have his name forever on this park where laughter and play will happen every day.
As any organization, especially in law enforcement, if an individual makes the ultimate sacrifice and loses their life in the call of duty, it's important for me to stand before you and say we will always remember. And I make that promise to you, Nicole.
Sheriff Joe Lombardo also recognized the men and women in uniform attending the ceremony, the officers' squad members who responded on that day and who also continue to feel the loss.
And I think it's just as important to honor those as it is Alan and Igor, because they were responding to the day of the event. They helped bring it to conclusion, and then they have to live with it too. They have to live with it. They lost their friend, their partner, their loved ones, and it's difficult in law enforcement.
And with a quick turn of the shovel,
1, 2, 3. Yes, thanks.
Work is now underway on the Officer Allen Beck Memorial Park, where eventually 2 sports fields, a playground, a water play feature, trees, and picnic areas will grace our community. A place where even those who didn't know Officer Beck can come and honor him, but more importantly, where his wife and 3 children can come and see he is not forgotten.
I think it's so great for my kids to know that their dad is remembered. I think it'll be amazing for them to come to Dad's Park, as they'll probably call it, and it'll mean so much to them.
The park is slated to open in about a year. Meanwhile, plans are underway to break ground on a second park honoring Beck's partner, Igor Saldo. That will be on the west side of Sky Canyon. Well, staying on the topic of first responders, the first graduating class of 2019 is set for Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. These men and women have spent many hours over the last few months working hard in the hopes of becoming a member of this esteemed fire department. Sue Levitt walks us through just some of what they've been through.
Take a seat. Sir, thank you, sir.
I want to welcome you, but I also want to let you know that this academy is very demanding, both mentally and physically.
When you sound off, Mayor Goodman should hear you in our office downtown. Now. Sir, sir.
It's July 30th, the first day of the academy for the recruits.
I was super fit coming into this academy, so I felt like that was going to be not easy, but I didn't think it was going to be as difficult as it was. You know, adding all of our turnout gear and the heat of summer to, you know, exercising, that was absolutely brutal.
This academy began in the middle of summer when temperatures in Las Vegas soar to over 110 degrees, adding more of a challenge for these recruits that are still required to train in full gear. The academy is far from easy. The recruits are pushed to the limit physically every day. They train to know what to do when flash flooding hits our city. They spend time in the flashover chamber to see the progression of an actual fire. They train to be defensive drivers. A vast amount of training, all while having to pass extremely difficult physical benchmarks.
Push yourself to make faster, buddy. Hold up. 7, 8.
I expected it to be hard. I just didn't expect it to be the hardest thing I've ever done my entire life. It blew all my physical expectations out of the water. What I thought I knew how to work in a team, I didn't until I got here. It just all around was harder but more fulfilling experience than I ever could have imagined.
We've showed you all of the many physically demanding activities that the recruits have had to do while here at the training center. They've even left the center and gone to the stratosphere to run to the very top in full gear, and they've done this many times. Now, I would think that this would be one of the most challenging activities for them, but there is one other exercise that takes all of the training that they have learned and really puts them to the test and pushes them to the ultimate limit.
There's an opening right here.
Zero visibility, obstacles in their way, they can't see anything. It's over 110 degrees. We have chainsaws running above their heads. We have K-12 saws running above their head. We're scratching the outside of the container. They're inside moving around obstacles. They have to take off their air pack, and they have to do it in a certain amount of time.
The confidence course is one of the toughest exercises the recruits are required to complete during the academy. And when they finish the course,
they can't even form a sentence. It's very, very difficult. People think, you know, oh, I've done the course before. Well, we know that they've done it before, so then we put them in backwards. Then we make them do it backwards and going the opposite way. Imagine going through a course, you're going head first, and now I've turned you around and you're going feet first and you're going backwards.
These recruits are considered an elite group. They go through an extensive screening process, and only a small percentage of applicants are even accepted into the academy.
Responsible, disciplined, professional, determined, unwavering determination. Yeah, that's these recruits. They're very focused on their goal.
And with the academy coming to a close, the recruits can now focus on graduation and becoming the next group of firefighters to join Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. For City Beat, I'm Sue Levitt.
Congratulations to all of the graduates, and thank you, Sue Levitt, for that story. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, Las Vegas shows its compassion for all of our residents as they turn out at a fairly new concept to help our homeless.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. I dare you to be somebody important. Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here. To call the shots. To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher. Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you? Have a career that really means something? Then do it. I dare you.
Welcome back to City Beat from Las Vegas City Hall. You know, Las Vegas is a very caring and compassionate community, and one place where you can see that is along the Corridor of Hope, where you'll find a fairly new concept called the Courtyard. It's a place where donations and services are provided to our homeless all in one spot. Here's more on this concept and how you might be able to be part of the solution to this problem.
It's a chilly Saturday morning, and these homeless citizens are looking for some needed warmth and comfort here at the Courtyard Resource Center for the Homeless. The Courtyard is a partnership effort between the City of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police, and other community partners. This indoor-outdoor project is one place that provides so much to our homeless.
It's kind of a new innovation for Southern Nevada. It's happened in other communities, and of course we adapted it to fit here with us. The whole goal is to get people hired, housed, and healthy.
Many of these people have been struggling to get off the streets for months, even years. People like Steve Morrell, who moved to Las Vegas from the East Coast nearly a year ago.
The services here are wonderful. They're great people that come here. Everybody that comes into this great event, the big event every month, it's wonderful.
Along with warm clothing, there are toiletries, first aid supplies, food, and services to hopefully not only help on this day, but to help them get back on their feet permanently.
Not only is it the community of faith donating, but we also have social service providers. We want to be sure that people experiencing homelessness know what services are available to them and can connect to them when they're ready to connect. And so this is not just a free-for-all giveaway, it's a resource fair.
The Courtyard is available to the homeless 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And every second Saturday of the month from 9 to 11 a.m., there is this event called the Giving Project. It's just a way to extend the services already being offered here to help our homeless, and a place where anyone who wishes to donate food or clothing or anything to the homeless can drop off goods to be distributed in a safe and dignified manner, something stressed often by the organizations who work on the front lines of this issue.
The good part that makes this thing really work is that this is a safe location. We have a lot of people who stop at parks and in parking lots who want to service the community and help the homeless population, but that's not the safest place to do or the safest place to go. So we like the people to come here because this is going to be a safe ground. The service that you're given, the food is going to be safe. There will be nothing added to it. So it's safe for the people who are given the food, but also for our population that we service here.
The people you see here are treated with dignity in a safe environment as they try to get off the streets and back into a self-sufficient life. People like Steve Morrell, who says he came here for a fresh start on a better life. He just needs a little assistance to help him get there.
But the past is the past. The future is there for everyone. There is a future for everyone. There's a job for everyone. There's a place for everyone. And there's a place, like I said, there is a place for every individual here in Nevada and in the country.
The Courtyard is located on Las Vegas Boulevard North near Catholic Charities. It's actually modeled after another concept in Texas called Haven for Hope. Their homeless population has been reduced by 80% since they opened their doors. Well, it is a new year, so have you made your New Year's resolution? Have you forgotten about those resolutions yet? The fact is, most people do forget about them by the end of January for many reasons, none of which have anything to do with willpower. We talked with a health coach about how to stay on track to those resolutions so they go from resolutions to lifestyle changes.
KCLV TV employees Sue Levitt and Steve Horlock are regulars at the gym year-round. But this time of the year, they try to work out during off hours because, like most regulars, one of the things they notice every year is the gym's a lot more crowded in January. And like every other year, they notice those crowds start to dwindle by February. Vowing to exercise is a top New Year's resolution, but resolutions are often forgotten within weeks of the new year. Jennifer Spear is a health coach with Health Plan of Nevada. She says one of the main things to blame on our failure to stick with our resolutions is our need for instant gratification.
One of the things that tends to happen is that people don't see results quickly enough, or what they feel to be quickly enough, or dramatic enough. And so they kind of give up. They feel like, well, it's not making a difference.
Jennifer says whether your resolution is to exercise more, eat healthier, lose weight, save more money, or quit smoking, the top resolutions, by the way, the trouble with sticking with them often starts before we even start the new year. It's in the declaration of what you intend to accomplish.
Sometimes they've maybe taken on too big of a task all at once, and it needs to be something a little bit smaller. Sometimes it's not specific enough even. When you say, I want to lose weight, but you don't really define what that is or what your goal is, then you tend to get a little bit lost in the process.
She explains goals that are too lofty can become overwhelming. She says take a look at your overall goal, then break it down into more realistic goals.
If somebody wants to lose, let's say they want to go big, they want to lose 50 pounds, that's pretty overwhelming. But if you can break it down to let's try to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, that's a lot more manageable. Perhaps they want to start exercising more. The gym, like you said, going to the gym every day is a bit of a task. But if you can set aside certain days a week, try and figure out what time works best for you, then you're more likely to follow through with it.
Another reason people give up is the unexpected cost of time and money. But she says there are ways to make changes in your life on your own timetable and with very little money.
There's also lots of community resources. Even going to your library, you can find some resources. They have all kinds of DVDs if you don't feel like going to the gym, where you can start doing some stuff at home.
Finally, if you fall off track and miss a few days at the gym or go off your new eating plan, forgive yourself and start again.
And truly, the only time that you're a failure is when you stop trying. Just dust yourself off, figure out what went wrong, try and figure out how to work around it, and keep moving forward.
The unhealthy or bad habits we're trying to break most often have taken years or even a lifetime to form. Change takes time and perseverance. In other words, don't be too quick to throw in the towel. Well, if your resolution is to lose weight or just get more exercise, you're not alone. And if you're one of those people that is anchored to a desk, you may feel like you have to give up on that resolution before you even start. Well, we talked to some wellness coaches here at the City of Las Vegas who told us if you are anchored to a desk, that doesn't mean you have to take those challenges sitting down. Holidays are over and it's back to the grindstone. Or, for many of us, back to sitting at a desk, focused on a computer screen, phone calls, and paperwork. For those of you who have a job that keeps you anchored to a desk, health experts say it's time to cut the rope and give yourself the freedom to move around, if not for your sanity, for your physical health.
Well, it's unhealthy to be in any position too long, but sitting can be especially problematic for joints, blood pooling. It can affect our immune system and endocrine system even.
Not to mention, Dustin Tatman says at this time of year when people are trying to drop some of those holiday pounds, sitting too long can send your metabolism into a nosedive. He says allow yourself breaks throughout the day to get up and get moving.
I would suggest just getting on your feet every 20 to 30 minutes, walk around if you can, move around. Put your joints through certain range of motion.
He and his fellow wellness coach here at the City of Las Vegas, Rebecca Soretsky, make it a point to practice what they preach. You don't have to get up and run a mile, just move around your office. And while you're giving your body a much-needed break from the chair, stop at a window, check the outdoors, and give your eyes a break from computer screens. There are also things you can do right there in your office, like good old-fashioned stretches.
the stretch I do to reverse all those things at the same time is called the bow.
Rebecca demonstrates.
You're going to make sure your toes are pointed straight ahead. Going to contract the muscles in the rear end and push your hips forward slightly. You want to put your hands at the low part of your back. Pull your elbows together so your shoulders are back and down, and retract your head, like bring your chin back.
For lower body and core,
you can extend a single leg, draw the alphabet with your toe. You can extend both legs and do some knee extensions in and out while bracing the core muscles at the same time.
And for a little upper body wake up.
Pushing away from the desk and pulling yourself back in.
We sometimes get so absorbed in what we're working on, we don't even realize how tense and stiff our bodies are feeling. So if you must, set a little alarm on your watch or computer every half hour.